Life will continuously include sexual movement. One of the essential powers in connections, it got you to where you are at the present time. It is hence more straightforward to accept you are a specialist regarding the matter. Yet, in all actuality, sex is much surprisingly muddled. Here are astounding mental bits of insight about sex to outline how unusual it very well may be. Presently, in the event that you've at any point wailed in the wake of having intercourse and thought it was odd, don't. There is even an authority name for the reaction, which can truly be fairly predominant. After a climax, PCD is portrayed areas of strength for by of pain, fury, and even despondency. Albeit not much is at present had some significant awareness of the sickness, Ian Kerner, a certified sex specialist, accepts that it could be connected with an expansion in chemicals. This, in certain circumstances, could be brought about by the injury of a past rape. According to a study that was written up in the Archive of Sexual Behavior, those with more acute senses of smell had better sex. Women with superior senses of smell reported more pleasurable orgasms than those with less acute noses. The research, however, revealed that there was no connection between this with sexual desire or performance in the bedroom. This suggests that bodily odors like vaginal fluid and sweat, which those people can smell more easily, are what causes the heightened sense of pleasure. Aside from the undeniable genuine joy, real alleviation from discomfort can come from sex. The brain's nerve center releases the feel-good hormone oxytocin during times of excitement and climax. Researchers at Rutgers University in New Jersey discovered that this surge in oxytocin can help women feel less pain, especially during menstruation. Another study published in the Bulletin of Experimental Biology and Medicine discovered that oxytocin in men can split the perception of suffering in half. Sexual activity is already a creative act meant to create new life. You and your partner are still forging a bond even when you aren't trying for a baby. However, there is an additional psychological benefit that can support you in your creative endeavors, whether they involve writing, music, painting, design, or even just original thought. And that chemical is present once more. Oxytocin. Despite the fact that its goal is to strengthen your bond with your mate, it can also develop flexible cognitive connections in the brain, which can encourage original thought and enhance problem solving. Men prefer to think that the sperm with the fastest time will win the race. But according to sexologists, this alleged sex fact is a major fallacy. The narrative is skewed with our cultural perspective about men being competitive. The egg, while the egg, women, sits around quietly. It isn't usually the first sperm to arrive because eggs have sophisticated biological systems that actively select which sperm they allow in. Which, upon reflection, makes far more sense. Similar to how humans search for the ideal companion, the egg has a biological need to locate the ideal match. In the event that you've ever bought your partner underwear or enjoy playing dress up, you ought to reevaluate whether it truly is the ideal option. According to research from the University of Groningen, wearing socks during sex may be necessary if you want to increase your chances of experiencing a climax. They contend that in order to achieve a climax, you need be totally carefree and tension-free. If you haven't engaged in sexual activity for a while, this one might worry you. However, if you go for extended stretches without sex, especially if you're a woman. It's also possible that you may lose your sexual sensitivity. When the clitoris doesn't have adequate blood flow, it might experience a condition known as clitoral atrophy, which causes it to retract into the body. Penile atrophy is a possibility as well. However, this usually has more to do with aging or injury than it does with a lack of sex. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanking you for watching.